Hey, everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is actually the last news. The other one wasn't the last one of 2020. This one is the last.
This is the super last.
This is the super last one
for sure. Unless breaking news.
Yeah, it's
because 2020.
We still got
right?
a couple more days.
yeah.
Guys, thank you all so much for clicking on the video and being with us in this wild ass year. Let's get a word from our sponsors who helped us through all of it.
Joe, you've been wrapping that thing for an hour. We gotta go.
all right. I think I'm done. What do you guys think of my package? Huh?
I can't even see your package under. What is that?
What do you mean? It's nice and festive.
Joe, if I found that under my tree, I would burn it.
Awful.
Ugh.
Absolutely awful.
You gotta work on your presentation, man.
Seriously, get a better package.
Dang it. Whoa. This looks way better.
That's a package that someone's actually gonna want to get.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's clean.
Thank you.
That
Took
is
me a
clean.
little bit. Thanks
I
for
like
the
it.
help.
Very nice, very nice. Grab that ball toner, that deodorant, and that lawnmower 3.0. And get 20% off right now with free shipping if you go to www.manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow. The coupon is automatically applied with that link. Guys, Manscaped, seriously, click those links down below. One of our favorite people to work with. They love our style. They love our parodies. We love them back. We want
Don't
you.
hide your package.
If you haven't done it and you're waiting to do it, please do it now. All right? I hope you got some good gifts. Get a gift for yourself. Have
that
an
gift.
amazing package
Yeah,
like
it's a
Other
nice
Joe.
gift.
Direct from OJ.
Do you want an amazing package like Other Joe? Get Manscaped.
All right.
He's like, okay.
And in the last video, I talked about Cyberpunk. I'm going away on a vacation with my girl for a few days. It'll be done when I get back. So look at the
To
beginning
forget
of
about 2020.
get a nice, really badass video to start off in 2021, and then we will do our top 10 lists of the year, which are always really fun to do. And we might mix it up
bottom
this year with
10.
some new ones, and then but we usually do those in January anyway. So hopefully you guys have been super patient. We have been putting out Cyberpunk content in our opinions, but the big one's coming. We've already filmed some really funny parodies, and we hope you guys enjoy it. So it'll be
Good
ready
stuff.
at the beginning of January. Just wanted to give you a heads up. And then also check the last video for a little update on our Patreon and Warhammer battles going forward. Let's
Cool.
get to the news.
Silent Hill creator has a new horror game coming in 2023.
Hell yeah, I'm
Okay,
looking
so-
forward to any horror, man. We love horror. I mean, I know you guys constantly do misadventures horror, but those kind of some of them are.
Well, they have
They're
to
cheap. They're
have
cheap
any-
horrors.
Some of them are good.
Look, cheap horrors have a place too.
Okay, all right, cheap horrors. But I'm ready for a AAA horror. You know, I'm seeing what these guys are playing, and you know.
Slim pickings, man.
Maybe who knows? Maybe they'll give $50 million to Granny 4. You know,
No.
Granny 3.
Done with Granny.
Big budget Granny.
No.
All right. Well, so there are still rumors about a actual Silent Hill game happening, but they're rumors.
God, I wish
and
those rumors were true. And we fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Nothing
I do
was
wanna,
announced.
I do want to call out, random person. I don't even want to mention his name. Asshole on the internet
Yeah.
who keeps lying about stuff. Where it's like, hey, he's been right once. It's like, but he was wrong all these other times. He was wrong again this year, and I told you.
Adding to
There's that
all the
one
other.
time.
Alex needed his I told you, and I'm glad.
Stop it.
I'm
One
glad.
time.
All right, so Kichiro Toyama is a horror mastermind, a true talent for those that enjoy the genre. And so he's going to be working with Bokeh Game Studio, leading the charge on a new horror adventure that genuinely, it sounds pretty good. He spoke to IGN Japan about it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm ready for people to start making horror games again, and not just like jump scares the game.
Yes.
Which is a lot of them the cheap horrors that
The ones we play.
we
yeah.
play are typically just jump scares. So
try.
we've got a
Yeah.
couple of interesting ones coming. We know we got Medium coming up. We've got
Excited for that
what is the Dead Space sequel one that we've been talking about?
Calypso?
The Calypso
Something like
Project.
that, yeah.
That one looks pretty good.
The Geiger one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one looks pretty interesting.
That's
too.
what I'm most excited about.
So there's a lot of potentially good ones coming out. They always start off looking pretty good. They all have pretty cool trailers, and then most of the time
It's
they're
all trailers.
really disappointing. And
We'll see.
we get Amnesia 2.
I hope not.
What disappointment on
Amnesia
that
3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
It'll
I
be
can't-
all right.
man, I-
2021 will be great. Trust me.
one. He was
Trust
looking
me.
forward to it. It's just hurt.
me.
He's hurt.
I know.
I'm hurt. All right, in other great news, Tencent acquires Warframe developer Digital Extremes and several other game studios. Expanding
taking
their
over.
they're expanding their empire and owning everything in the games industry. Oh,
And
and
the
also the movie
movies.
industry and all entertainment in the world. Everyone happy, right?
No.
This is bad. This is bad news because, I think they were already Chinese owned or had some Chinese
Yeah.
interest in there, but they were good ones. Because it didn't seem like they pushed them around and made them do this or that. And honestly, I think part of the reason why, I don't know, Dell told me this. I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but it seemed like the people who owned Warframe and or had some moneyed interest in there loved our show. And that's one of the reasons why we kept coming back. Well, obviously the developers and us clicked because they're freaking awesome people. It's a freaking awesome game. But it was a perfect match because even the people that were in charge there, like some of the suits really liked this. So I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Some people must watch us in China or at least some other countries that aren't the U.S. or
If your
Canada.
if your
where
Chinese
they're-
credit score is high enough, you get access to real YouTube.
Right. Well, I don't know what it is. I had no idea what it is. So I was like, all right, cool, man. That's awesome. But now I guess they got bought out by maybe Tencent.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those details. Don't take a word from me.
Yeah,
This
so-
is all hearsay. But now I guess Tencent owns it, or
Tencent-
maybe it was Tencent that liked us. Who knows?
No, Tencent has just recently acquired Leiyu Technologies, which used to
I
be
doubt
a
it.
chicken company. They used to be a chicken processing company in 2014, and then it
Who?
decided to Leiyu Technologies.
What?
Chicken nuggets?
And then they used
I
to
like
make
chicken nuggets.
Oh, we got a story on that, Joe.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then so the chicken processing company decided to invest in games, and then games became real popular, and then they started buying other companies, and they eventually bought Digital Extremes, the developer of Warframe. Now, what's nice about that is their relationship says, look, you can own the company all you want, but it's my game. You don't get to make any decisions. You
Yeah.
get to do all the money stuff. You get to own everything. I get to make the game the way I want, which is why Warframe was always handled in a way.
Yeah, that's
which
and
was
so I like
so-
that.
so like-
That
And that's
sounds
why I was
good.
like, anybody that watches our show or that drops mention we like your show, I think it's because they like the ideals on the show. It's like, hey, no excessive microtransactions that just like destroy.
Keep
the
it for
game.
gamers, not corporate level.
Right, right, and that and Warframe was one of the example of the free to play games that we liked.
It's
Yes.
amazing, yeah.
And so then Leiyu also owns a bunch of other companies. They do Gears Tactics. They are currently working with Amazon, the Lord of the Rings MMO. So Tencent just got into there. And if you're not familiar with Tencent,
Man, I hope that Lord of the Rings MMO is good. That could sound cool.
but apparently, according to according to Warframe, they're like, look, the same relationship still applies. It's still our game. We can do everything that we want. It's not going to be.
Of course, they're
it's
going to say that to ease our fears because
I hope
Tencent
so.
has a bad reputation around gamers now because of all the things that's been going on.
Do you want to know who they own? As a refresh, they own 100% of Riot Games, who makes Vanguard, and they
hate
sell
them.
$300 skins, and they've got loot boxes and all sorts of horrible stuff, and they don't balance their games because League of Legends is garbage
you,
right now.
Valorant. I don't know who makes those decisions. Is it Valorant themselves, and
Riot or
Riot
Tencent?
themselves or Tencent? And I honestly, I want to say Riot, and I want to say Tencent. It just this
People
is,
over
it
there
bothers me
farting in each
so
other's
much.
mouths and humping each other and doing all sorts
Fucking
of
$312
that up.
guns. Seriously, digital
That's
worthless
ridiculous.
goods for $310
Premium.
should
They're
insult
premium quality.
everybody. Every single gamer should be insulted.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Especially if you buy it.
They own 40%
You
of
realize
Epic
how
Games.
much hard work goes into games that are sold for fucking $20 and they can't get your money because these motherfuckers are over here spending $310.
We played some good ones for
making
$20.
people go. Yeah.
Cheap horror games. They own 40%.
Excuse me?
Cheap horror games.
Oh.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? All right, they also own 40% of Epic Games. Epic, that big company.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're, Fork Knife or something. They own 11.5% of
Fork knife.
Bluehole. They own PUBG. That's a really
Oh,
big
okay.
microtransaction.
I don't play.
5% of Ubisoft. They own 5% at least of Activision Blizzard, plus almost all.
Now they
of
own Warframe.
they own Grinding Gear, 80% of Grinding Gear games, which is Path of Exile. Another free-to-play game that typically had been doing everything right as far as
Okay.
like free monetization goes, where
Sure.
things that they would be pretty good.
I'm gonna because digital extra. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna believe them. All right, I'm gonna believe that they're still getting to run independent, but I guarantee you they're not. The
Not
next
for long.
update, the next update is not gonna add, skeletons, and it's not gonna
Gore.
add Winnie the Pooh Warframe. We're not gonna be seeing no Winnie the Pooh
he
Warframe,
banned?
guys. I'm sorry, your dreams are
That
over.
would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Oh man,
We're
that
not
is
seeing
not
that.
happening at all.
Never happening.
No. All right. Well, so now that Tencent owns them, and they're buying all the movie studios, and they're funding all these movies, it's just another step towards where we have to be constantly mindful of
Global
what,
domination.
Chinese censorship is what I'm getting to, right? So we get to the point where they decide that they don't like something, and so they kill it, right? Monster Hunter World,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
killed. They funded it, and then they killed it. And they purposely did that.
Monster Hunter the movie.
They funded it 100% of the way, and there was a joke they didn't like, and so they said, you don't get to release in China, which was the movie was pretty much designed to be released in China.
Oh yeah, it
And
was,
so...
yeah.
And so they will continue to do things like that. They will make sure that games don't get made
Yeah.
if your artist puts in Chinese script.
One of the examples is Top Gun. You know, his jacket had to be changed.
No
No
more
Taiwanese flag, and so our best fighter pilot has been crushed by the heel. Anyway,
So we'll keep an eye out, and
our best
we'll let you
fictional
know.
fighter pilot.
He's best in the
He's the
world.
best.
Maverick.
When is that movie coming out? The thing got shelved. I guess because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come out next year. We'll see.
Okay. The big news in consoles is we got a new console, a new
Soldier
player.
Boy 2.
Soldier Boy 2.
Oh shit! Watch me gaming.
Oh, the crash.
Oh, actually, some of his streams are pretty entertaining, Joe. Have you seen like him play Dragon Ball Z? He like that kid that powers up,
Yeah.
tries to become Super Saiyan. He does a little bit of that shit. It's funny. All right, Soldier Boy.
Well, KFC's
Get your
jumping
money.
into the game, and we are getting a
KFC?
KFC console.
KFC console?
Uh,
Are you fucking shitting me?
It's real. They're working with Cooler Master, and
Hey,
they're
I like KFC,
Cool,
all right?
master.
Hey, KFC, call the Angry Joe Show. I fucking love your chicken. My girlfriend hates your chicken, but I love your chicken. I keep taking her there. The only problem is every time the KFC's around here in the Austin area, every time I eat it and it's like old. It tastes old, and it's so rare I get the good,
He's
like
the only
that,
one that goes.
that nice chicken.
That's why
F
it's
you,
old.
Joe. Don't listen to other Joe. Sponsored by
the manager down the street
KFC.
knows us. Anytime he's
If
like,
you give us
"Oh,
some
what's
free
up?"
That's
chicken,
right.
give us some free chicken up in here, and Angry Joe will promote your chicken.
Also, give your managers a raise
Give
because
me
they watch
that
your
console. I need that KFC console. You know what? I tell you what. If that shit overheats,
Put some chicken
I'm
in
gonna
it.
I'm gonna let it pass. Exactly,
what's-
because that's what it is.
It's a grill.
It's a fucking grill. It's a fucking heater for your chicken. So you're playing your games, and you put your chicken in it, and you close the door.
Grease is just going to go everywhere.
Hey, Joe, grease gonna go anywhere, anyway. Joe, you ever play games? Come on now, KFC console boy. Team up with the Angry Joe Show.
It's it's gonna be
So what is it? It's
It's
not literally a console.
sort of.
no,
it's
come
like
on, we're
a
not
small
that stupid.
tower, right?
What's the-
And so it's a beefy enough specs. It's capable of running games at 4K, 240 FPS.
240 for all games.
It runs an Intel NUC 9 Extreme compute element. So it's an i9
It's
9980.
just a powerful PC.
A hot swappable GPU.
Oh, it's teamed up with Cool Master.
Cooler
How,
Master,
how
yes.
much?
Get it, Cool Master, but now it's Hot Master. Hot Master.
I actually have had a
It's-
bunch of Cooler
What's the
Master
price
towers.
on this?
Did you? Are
they're
they good?
expensive. Yeah, they're great. The
Okay.
original, I bought one a long time ago. It had the biggest fan on top possible,
Okay.
and it was great.
But now it's Hot Master.
A storage is a pair of Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte SSDs, 2 of them. I mean, this thing is specifically designed to be significantly better than both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. It crushes both of them.
it's
But
a
it also
PC.
has a chicken warmer inside, which is the greatest thing. It's a little drawer that it uses the
I thought
heat.
you were joking.
No, it's a little
not a
cabinet. You
joke.
open it up, you pull out the little drawer, and you can put chicken in it. And they also have the weirdest
No
marketing
way.
thing ever.
Console, yeah, we're looking at their tweet right now.
Oh,
The consoles
man.
wars are over. Introducing the KF console. Power your hunger.
It
I
would-
want one.
Yeah.
Send us one
Honestly,
KFC, please.
I would buy the
Alex,
shit out of it.
I'm not joking. Can you email? Can you see if you can find an email for KFC?
The cherry on top for this console, if you press like a button, is like, hey, what would you like to order? and they deliver to your house.
Oh,
Bam!
look at
Done,
that. Joe's
son.
even making it better. That's the
I'll take a
KFC
famous
console
bowl, please.
360. That's the KFC console Uber. That's the Eats.
Alex like, oh my
That's
God.
that's the KFC console plus, Joe. Gotta pay extra for that.
I would.
No, honestly, guys, this is silly.
It is.
This isn't
Silly
the
as
most
hell.
silly thing.
But this
that
is the
KFC
good kind of silly, I
So
think.
KFC has someone working in their marketing department that is an absolute
Bad shit.
brilliant nut job, right?
Yeah.
They are absolutely
Contact
insane.
us. We want to do bad shit.
We want to do
stuff for
crazy
you.
stuff with you. So they originally did the Colonel Sanders dating simulator.
I love your chicken, man. That original recipe, boy. You know how many secret
saw that
spices
all
are in that?
over.
Yes.
I want to know the
7.
spices.
We know what the spices
No.
are.
No, shut up.
Okay.
How dare you?
So they did the Colonel
Kill him.
Sanders. I
Send
love you, Colonel
assassins.
Sanders is what the game's called, is a dating simulator. Then the KFC console, and not even the weirdest thing that they did is they have a Lifetime series coming out that we watched the trailer of.
Oh,
I saw
Mario,
that.
it's starring Joe
Yeah.
Lopez.
It's totally
Mar-
by coincidence
Yeah,
that I have
Mario
this shirt.
Lopez.
Darth Slater. That's a badass shirt, by the way. Who gave that to you?
Jacob.
Jacob, that's cool.
That's a
Wow,
good one.
I will not tear this
You better not.
shirt. It's been a long time since I tore one of your shirts, Joe, because the internet got mad at me and just always giving me crap. Don't y'all want one shirt torn every once
Well,
in a
then I'll
while?
keep
Can
it.
I get
I'll
one?
keep it close by.
You'd be a
so I
Hulk
can-
Hogan
I
shirt
can
that you just like
swap
just
it.
rips off. Yeah.
I'll swap it.
But that's a cool shirt. Yeah. So Mario Lopez
Is playing Colonel Sanders
need to watch it.
as the chef in it looks like a murder mystery
mystery.
Lifetime garbage
Is that out?
series.
I saw that.
think-
I showed my girl because she's like, no.
I
that's
didn't
not.
think it was real,
Me
and everyone's
neither.
like, no, this is
No,
real.
it's a Lifetime movie, but it's like probably like a short
Yeah.
little thingamajiggy.
I'll still watch it.
Recipe for seduction.
Yes.
He's all super serious about. This was supposed to have already come out. I think it's.
It seems
Oh,
like
no,
one
we
my
missed
kind of
it.
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
Well,
kind of
so
movie.
this is just another part of their really, really weird marketing, and you know what? It worked. And I don't know.
Fuck yeah.
The film
it worked.
debuts Sunday at noon on Lifetime, and this was written December 7th. So I think the thing's already
It's
out.
already out.
Oh,
Definitely
interesting.
need to check it out then.
So yeah, KFC has a new gaming console,
Cool,
which is really
man.
just a PC. But
Hey, I liked it when Burger King was doing all these weird ass things with gamers and making fucking little Xbox 360 games.
I
So
had those games,
I'm
the
cool.
racing
I'm
ones.
cool if KFC wants to, but you kind of screwed it up there. It's not a console; it's a PC. You could have still said Master PC Race, more like Master
KFC.
KFC.
two PC race instead of a two
Give us some
piece.
time. Don't judge us on that. We'll come up with something that's freaking awesome for you guys.
Yeah.
Just can play Cyberpunk.
But you want to make you want to make a console? You should. Oh man, that's hilarious.
It is ridiculous.
You should revive the the Ouya or something like that, and
Wait, check this
and
out. This is
put
crazy.
some. You want to put chicken in your console, Joe, or your PC?
Apparently
I want
you
to. I
can.
want to put chicken in my PC. I want a copy. I will do a video. I like their chicken.
Nice and fresh.
Right. It'll take care of the problems that every time I go to KFC, I get the fucking old nasty ass chicken. This time, I can have good heated chicken.
It'll be heated, nasty old chicken that was sitting at that KFC for long. You
microwave.
got to go to the one that we're talking about. Like I said, the manager likes us. He
Yeah.
watches the
All
show
right, all
and just
right.
be like, "Look,
I'll go
I
to
know
that
you're a
one.
fan of the show.
Yes.
give me the
I'll
good."
call him ahead of time.
Give
Look,
me the
Angry
good
Joe's coming up.
pieces.
to
Yeah,
KFC,
when is the
man.
nasty chicken getting thrown out? Because I want the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for bad
I have
news?
that same problem at Panda Express. You know
Oh,
how
I
fucking
know.
mad I get. I'm like,
Oh my
when they
God.
go pick up some Panda Express, they're like, "You want something?" Like, yes, but
It's
you know what you
embarrassing
need to
going
do.
to Panda Express with them
with him.
sometimes.
I'd be like, "Hey, come
or
here."
a lot of the
come here.
time.
I've gotten into arguments with the employees.
Well,
with
Fight
it's
with
their
the
fault. They
chefs.
sell the ones that have like it's like a
It's
wet
disgusting.
sponge because it's been sitting in there for 3 hours. And you're like,
Exactly.
can I not have
Like,
that?
do your job.
It's like it's
Do I
fresh.
need to
We
call
mixed
corporate?
it.
All right, let's
The only time corporate helps.
all right. Focus.
Fresh chicken. Sorry.
Back to the news.
No,
Try,
I
you
like this
try.
kind
Yeah.
of stuff. We should do more of this kind of stuff in our review. Tell us. Comments.
All right. 31% of young UK gamers struggle to track their spending on loot boxes.
What a surprise! Shocked Pikachu face. So you're telling me if you repeat an action over and over and over and ad nauseum and train them, they get used to it to the point where they
much have you
have
spent? I don't
gambling
know.
tendencies. They lose their money.
It doesn't keep a tab of all those things.
Yeah. Geez, it's almost as if we were right.
Yes. So the Gambling Health Alliance says 1 in 4 gamers spend over £100 on randomized in-game items. And this is this was established by the Royal Society for Public Health. And so the new report just did a basic
Yeah.
study. All they did is pretty much ask these kids, and
much
it's
you
common
spend,
sense
right?
stuff
Yeah.
that we've been saying for a long time. That
I
they're
wonder,
politicians.
do you guys out there keep track of how many digital microtransactions you make every year? That'd be interesting. Maybe in 2021 we can try to keep track of it.
Of
somehow.
everything that we spend.
On just the microtransactions.
Okay, I don't
Obviously
wanna
not the video games.
track how much Magic card stuff I buy.
No, that's
But
different.
that's different. Yeah,
You need
that's
some physical things that you can
Yeah.
resell. There's a market for that shit. There's no
Oh, I
market
know.
for fucking digital worthless fucking
I think
goods.
Some
mine's-
games.
Like
mine-
fucking
mine's
no,
under,
the fucking roster in Madden 20 goes fucking worthless.
Yes, for sure. Yeah,
Mine's under $100.
under 100.
Under
Yeah.
100. So you're one
I
of you're one of
guarantee.
those. You're one of these. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Okay,
What
so
is-
the study found that 31% of young gamers say they're completely unaware of how much they spend on loot boxes.
you're not a young gamer.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I have
By
much
heart you
gray
are.
hair, getting old.
I don't. I'm more gray hair too.
When asked to estimate how much loot boxes cost due to the real money value being covered up, I mean, so like they obscure how much things actually cost, right? Because your dollars go into coins, your coins go into gems, and your gems turn into Jeffrey dollars, and then
Yep.
you have to. That's how you know we're old gamers because we know what Jeffrey dollars are. And so that's how you buy all these
Half
things.
of our audience, well,
Oh,
I'd say a
is
quarter of
that?
our audience. I think our audience is around our
a
age.
little older, yeah. And so they have no idea, how much these things cost because when you're like, oh, this is 72 Jeffrey dollars, and how many gems was that turned into, how many banana stickers into, dollars. It's like we don't know, and it's hard to track those things on purpose because they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And so this is just another time where an agency is telling the government in the UK, hey, dummies, we should do something about this whole gambling and children thing.
Yeah.
Because the UK has gambling problems anyway
Yeah.
with people betting on everything. I mean,
Everything.
you walk down the street and there are betting offices everywhere. So, I mean,
It's
an issue.
It's eroding, and it's getting closer and closer to our children and younger via video games. Video games is being this Trojan horse for some of these sinister gambling tendencies, and it sucks. And it's so weird. Like I never thought I'd grow up one day into being one of the advocates, in this realm. But that's just how things are evolving, and somebody needs to take a stand against it, or at least we need to keep track of it so that we know exactly what's going on. And then when they're like, "What happened? What's going on?" It's like,
We told you.
we told you.
Yeah.
We told you this whole time. You could have taken all these preventative measures, and god damn it, they're gonna wait until the shit is fucked.
Yeah.
They always wait till shit is fucked.
now, I mean, we've talked
The fuck us, Joe. The fuck us, and they're turning. Lethal weapon.
We've known this for a long time, and we are also of the opinion that it's like, look, if you got money, you can spend it on whatever you want. We don't care. The issue that we have is they are using.
No, I care. I care how you spend your money because it's ruining my games right now.
Yes, but like to the point where these companies are hiring psychologists in order to make sure that you get used to clicking, you get used to children
Make it
clicking.
super
And this is
easy.
the part of the study that was an issue. The report found that 13% claimed that their loot box purchases had gotten them into debt, and 15% they had taken money from their parents without permission.
Yeah.
They're stealing from their parents to buy Sonic rings.
Yeah.
I was
or
gonna say
whatever.
that story. It was so easy. All you have to do is tap.
And
the
when
button,
you're
tap
when you're
the
young
button.
like that, you know what
Rack it
you're
up.
doing. Like these are some smart ass 9-year-olds. You know what you're doing. And I didn't know, Mom. I didn't fucking.
Make
There's
it
some
super
people
easy.
out there's some sinister 9-year-olds that know exactly what the fuck they're
Oh,
doing.
yeah, they don't want to get in trouble.
One person in the study claimed they had resorted to crime to pay off their debts, and while 3 said their
Damn.
spending had forced their families to remortgage
Damn,
their
they're on the
homes.
playgrounds now selling stuff in order to make up for their gambling addiction.
Man. I don't know if I believe the 3 kids are like my parents had to remortgage their homes to pay off my loot box debt.
I do.
Maybe that's
They're
insane.
dumbasses all throughout the world, and I guarantee there's extreme examples of
Yeah.
fucking people
It was
everywhere.
like 10K,
know?
15K for that.
There-
other guy?
16,000.
16. That's ridiculous.
If there's people dying from COVID, on hospital beds, their partner, their like literal husband and wife, and then the husband and wife calls in on FaceTime and they're in this big gathering without masks.
I read
to
that
say-
article. It's
Yeah,
the
I
most
read that
depressing
article
thing.
too. It's like yes, so there's examples of just people who are
I
morons.
know. So we're at the point where the UK government is looking to do something about it, right? They're calling witnesses up. They keep calling King that does Candy Crush. They keep calling EA, which is just another big collection of assholes, and all of these people. And then they do speak to some of these other agencies. The problem is there's a group that they continue to listen to, and they keep ignoring the people that are the actual psychologists saying that this is causing your kids to.
If our fucking if our government worked as the way it should be and Congress worked the way it should be, then 2 big bills would help with it. Watch our previous episode. We were talking about DMCA. This episode, we're talking about microtransactions. There needs to be legislation in these 2 areas against gambling addiction, gambling in games for kids, and fucking DMCA. We need those. But, of course, I guess we got hit with the pandemic, so that it screwed things, as far as what's important. And then hopefully in 2021, guys, this is coming to a head. Within the next 5 years, there's going to be legislation because those corporations are pushing it every time. They come in SOPA, and then it's not SOPA, and then it's ROPA, and then it's COPA, and then it just keeps coming back over and over. And some senators are introducing some, and you wonder where their motivations are. Oh no, it's good. Don't worry. We'll pay lip service to you guys, but really, what's in it is this purpose. So. Within the next 5 years, and we have to keep pushing, and we have to, basically form a vigilant eye, so that when these things come up, we know how to deal with them.
All right. Well, the last one I want to talk about is one that OJ had showed me. It's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now.
This one's crazy. I almost don't believe it. It
is
what?
Real clickbaity and.
I think it's true, though.
I mean, the numbers are correct. They just don't take anything into consideration because if they did that,
what is it?
They say Spider-Man Miles Morales game tanks 70% drop from the previous one.
70% drop, but that's digital, right? Digital only.
This is also not a true sequel to Spider-Man because it's a half of a game. That's
it was marketed as not the true sequel.
Yes, and so the sales information comes from Super
does
Data.
That matter as much? I guess it does. That sucks so bad because
it was a good game.
I think it's a good game. But does it show you that they made a marketing mistake, that they should have just called it Spider-Man 2 and they would have made a bunch of money there just off a fucking name? You know what I mean? Or is it no, it's because it's Miles Morales and nobody likes Miles Morales, or a segment of the buying audience doesn't give a shit about Miles Morales, or they saw the promo material and they saw Spider-Man swinging through New York and they saw, no, this isn't for me. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why there's such a big drop, whereas other games during the pandemic are seeing increase in sales as more people are going home and staying home. They need things to play. The Last of Us 2 broken sales records. Of course, that is a real sequel marketed as the sequel. So maybe it's all about the sequel, because I guarantee your asses Spider-Man 2 comes out with Peter Parker, the real Spider-Man 2, in 2022.
It's a full-length game.
Full-length game. It's going to fucking do gangbusters. It's not going to have no 70% drop.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for DLCs. Probably
right. I think the perception at some point was that it was not a true sequel, like they said, because it was marketed as Miles Morales instead of Spider-Man 2. And people caught wind, and gamers are getting smarter.
No.
That they knew that, no, it's only going to be 4 hours. It was more than 4 hours. But they caught wind that it was, something smaller.
Yeah, it was advertised as a smaller game. Now, so what this means, this isn't necessarily a failure, which one of the issues I have with one of these things is not all
or is this physical sales? Because that would make sense if it was physical. That would make total sense if it's physical. It's a fucking pandemic.
No, this is digital products.
Yeah, it's a digital beginning.
Yeah,
that is puzzling.
Digital units across PlayStation 4 and 5. The issue is not all products need to have the same number of sales. When you have a small, almost DLC style game, they're not expecting you to sell 2.2 million copies like the original one did. The budget was probably significantly lower because for all of these other things, and so.
Sure, they probably actually made a higher margin on the game. We don't know. They're not going to.
So the issue with some of the articles like this is they're just like, hey, it's a fact, right? It did sell 70% less, but
we wanted this and it didn't do it. So now
this writer wanted this, but that's not coming from Sony. This isn't saying that it was a failure, and they've announced their failures. Remember, like Sony has no issues going, well, the Avengers game is bad, and we didn't make our money back on it, so we didn't get any of that stuff. So yes, it didn't sell anywhere near as much as the original one did.
663,000
digital units
across both PS4 and 5.
Yep.
When Spider-Man 2.2 million.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's
One's a major launch title, right? Or it was the largest title of the year for PlayStation, and one is one of the last titles to come out on a dying
fuck
a
this
dying
article.
PlayStation.
Who is this? Fans want original characters, not replacements. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't.
Miles Morales is an original character,
see
and he's
the
not a
fan
fucking
art that
replacement
got
for,
posted
for
today?
Spider-Man. What fucking comic book news?
Old
Fuck
man,
you.
old man Miles. They did a mock-up of Giancarlo Esposito as Old Man Miles, and it is fucking awesome. And you should put that up there right now because it's amazing.
I'm not seeing it.
So
Definitely gonna check that out.
yeah, it's really really cool. But anyway,
Oh, fuck this website. This typically happens, and we see this in Hollywood all the time. This is a story and content are sacrificed in order to push a politically correct-driven agenda that backfires completely.
False
Disney, Star
analogies,
Wars,
straw
Doctor
man.
Who, Supergirl, Terminator, Ghostbusters. I hate these kinds of people because it gives people often confuse us with these kinds of people. This guy's a moron. It had nothing to do with the fact that he's Puerto Rican and there's Puerto Rican flags. It had nothing to do that there was a female villain. It had nothing to do with any of that shit because that wasn't in the fucking game in the way that you're implying. And people didn't know that before they fucking bought the game. It may be that they just was like, you know what, this is
hours
a
long.
this is
They
a
thought it was-
expansion pack, and they smelled the expansion pack coming from a mile away, and they're like,
Wait for a price drop or something.
not the sequel. We're
What-
waiting for the sequel.
what is Witcher 3 sales compared to Blood and Wine sales? I imagine it's
oh,
70% lower on Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine.
Which was awesome, amazing. Blood and Wine was
Sure,
incredible, but
sure.
it probably sold
and
probably
that
about 70%.
expansion was big enough that you could consider it goddamn near a sequel, a
Yeah.
fucking spin-off, just like Miles Morales. So you're right there. That expansion packs will get less of the sales of the original. And also, Spider-Man came out around the time where the fucking PlayStation was hot. This was the title to own. So, yeah. All right. Makes more sense now.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nope.
No, that was it. Just looking forward to getting this friggin' year over with. Looking forward to getting out the Cyberpunk review. And a huge weight off my shoulders to, just end this terrible, terrible, crappy year. And I'm hoping that 2021 will be a lot better. We've got some really cool
Wishful
stuff.
thinking.
No, it will be better. At least here at the Angry Joe Show, we got some really exciting new shows
Mass
coming.
content.
And it should be really, really fun. And thank you guys so much. This is the last news episode of the year. So
Happy New
Happy
Year!
New Year's, guys. Buy yourself some fireworks if that's legal in your area and have some fun.
It's supposed to rain all week, so
Over here, do it for us.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, guys. See you on the next one. Bye. See you in the next year. Bye.